And then afterwards, it's Nagi. After class, we need to talk, all right?
Hi everybody, my name is Nagi-a, and it's a normal day for you guys. You wake up, you go through your daily routines, head to work, head to school, you walk in the hallways and you see someone else being harassed by some other person just for their own pleasure. Some would just think, would you want to get involved, put a stop to it, or just walk away and don't do anything? You think bullying is a serious matter, and if it's not dealt with, then it can get a lot worse than it already is. Today I would like to share with you the history of bullying, where it occurs, to who, and the results of being bullied constantly. What is bullying? Bullying is an act of aggressive behavior to purposely abuse another person by using physical, mental, or verbal abuse. This can happen due to someone's ethnicity, religion, gender, sexual orientation, or even if they have a disability. Places where this can happen or common places are schools, workplaces, and even homes. The different types of bullying going on besides the physical and verbal that we usually see on TV or anywhere else or that we hear about is there's indirect bullying, which usually starts with someone spreading a rumor about their target or to other people, which leads to social alienation. There's also cyberbullying, where one could leave post embarrassing pictures of you, post personal or private information about someone else. And it could be through social network, through text messages, through emails, any of that sort. Now, the history of bullying. The word bully was originally of German and Dutch roots. It originally meant friend or lover. Later on, around the 1600s, the term took a bit of it became a darker term, eventually leading to the word as we know today. An author named Virginia Woolf thought that fascism was also a form of bullying and decided to write a story of how Adolf Hitler and the Nazis were, quote, brutal bullies. Now, who is affected by bullying? Many people go through bullying. Nowadays, the people who go through bullying the most are mainly students, and that's because of, like previously, their race, religion, sexual orientation, or if they have certain disabilities. Students, especially at a young age that attend elementary, middle, and even high school, go through bullying, being beaten, being called names, having personal belongings damaged or taken, and even being threatened. In the U.S., an estimated 160,000 students refuse to go to school because they are victims of everyday bullying and aggression. It's also reported that 6 out of 10 kids in the U.S. witness this behavior at least once a day. Not only do students go through bullying, but also workers at their workplace. Targets at work can go through forms of bullying such as being threatened, humiliated, intimidated, and even being sabotaged by their very own colleagues. Statistics show that 1 in 6 workers becomes a victim of workplace bullying. Bullying even occurs in prisons and also in the military. In prison, inmates would bully inmates, staff would bully inmates, staff would even bully other staff. While in the military, some believe that bullying is okay because it helps toughen up soldiers and such. What are the results of bullying a victim or targeted of bullying, and what can be done to prevent or even reduce it all? The effects of bullying can be very fatal. Many people, especially youth, could not take being bullied anymore, to the point where they can't even live their lives anymore and sadly decide to end it, thus resulting in suicide. While on the other hand, victims and targets would just have enough and be filled with rage and revenge and begin attacks at their school, workplace, etc., such as shootings, stabbings, all of that sort. Everyone knows of the Columbine shooting, right? This leads to many families losing their loved ones because they were victims of bullying, which led to suicide, or otherwise known as bullycide, or even the murder of their harassers. Suicide rates have grown among 10 to 14-year-olds. by more than 50% in the U.S. over the last 30 years. In 2007, the suicide rate among young and male adults in Massachusetts has risen by 28%. 1 out of 20 students have seen a student walking around school or campus with a gun. Now, what can be done to prevent bullying? If you see someone being bullied, you could either stand up for them or when the bully's gone, you could just comfort the victim and become a friend. Let them know there's at least some hope. You can join rallies, organizations, protests that stand against bullying. You could go and send messages to schools, workplaces, even neighborhoods and homes. In conclusion, we discussed what bullying is, its background, the people that are affected by bullying, and the outcome of being bullied. Thank you.
5:40. Was this a an informant speech? Anyone? Or was it